This is the official video for how to assemble the Napoleon Prestige Pro 500 gas grill. To begin, locate the bottom cart shelf and place it on the ground with the circular opening on the right-hand side. Next, locate the right side cabinet panel and place it on the right side of the bottom cart shelf. When correctly placed, the flanges will engage with the locating slots along the bottom and the vent openings will be along the top. Secure the panel in place through the bottom middle hole using the longer black hardware from Hardware Bag G. These steps can then be repeated for the left-hand side cabinet panel to secure it in place. Locate the rear cabinet panel and place it between the left and right cabinet panels at the back of the cabinet sub-assembly, ensuring the notches are along the top. This can then be secured in place from the inside flanges and bottom using 5 of the larger black bolts located in Hardware Bag G. Place the sub-assembly onto its rear and locate one of the rear caster supports. Place the support into the bottom corner of the base with the threaded brass insert facing outwards and secure it in place through the flanges on the rear and side panels through the base. Repeat these steps to install the opposite rear caster support. Place the sub-assembly back upright and install the front caster supports with the protrusion through the notches in the front of the base panel. Each of these are secured through the 2 openings in the side panel using the longer black bolts in Hardware Bag G. Now flip the cabinet sub-assembly upside down so the base is facing upward and install the 4 casters into the caster supports by spinning the threaded portion clockwise. Now flip the sub-assembly onto the casters and lock them by pressing down the lever on the side. Locate the cart heat shield assembly and place it into the cabinet with the wire harness facing upward. Place it in one side at a time and secure it inside the cabinet with 3 of the longer black bolts from Hardware Bag G. These must be located on the front and rear left-hand side and rear right-hand side. Once these have been installed, move to the outside of the cabinet and use 6 more of the same bolts to secure the heat shield from the outside of the grill, 2 on each side, and 1 screw at the middle rear of the cabinet. Install 3 small wire clips along the top of the heat shield and place the wire harness into the clips and down into the cabinet through the opening in the rear right-hand side. Now locate 5 of the larger wire routing clips and install them into the cabinet on the back right-hand side and inside front of the right-hand cabinet panel. 4 additional small wire clips can then be installed inside the cabinet along the bottom of the rear panel and bottom of the right-hand panel to hold the wire harness in place. Then install 6 more wire clips on the left-hand side of the rear panel and along the bottom and up the inside of the left-hand side panel. Now locate the power supply, bolts, and lock nuts located in box F. Install the 2 shorter bolts through the top of the power supply and into the lock nuts, ensuring the bolt head protrudes slightly out the back of the transformer so it can be placed into the keyhole locators in the rear panel inside the cabinet. Repeat these steps for the bottom of the power supply using the longer bolts and place the transformer through the rear panel keyholes. Now move to the back of the grill and secure the screws from the rear of the cabinet, then plug the transformer into the receptacle. Install the harness wire into the bottom of the transformer and run it through the wire clips at the bottom and left-hand side of the cabinet. Continue running it up the left panel until it exits the heat shield through the opening and move it out the front of the cabinet to keep it out of the way. Now snap the cart divider grids onto the internal divider liner with the flame logo in the cutout portion facing forward. The divider and liner can then be placed into the left-hand side of the cabinet with the grids leaning left. Using the plastic grip rivets, secure the divider liner in place to the bottom panel. Then locate the cart divider clips and install them to the underside of the heat shield with the openings facing the left-hand side. The divider grids can then be snapped into the clips, securing the front 2 clips closed with the screws from Hardware Bag G. Now locate the gas pack and unscrew the pre-installed bolts on the back approximately a half turn. This will provide enough room for them to fit through the keyhole openings on the inside of the right side panel. Once placed through the keyholes, secure the gas pack in place from the outside of the cabinet. Move to the back of the grill head and remove all of the tape above and below the wind deflector and reinstall it. With the help of a second person, use the nylon lifting handles to place the grill head onto the cabinet, ensuring the protruding portions coming out of the bottom are placed into the openings on the left and right side panels. The tubular vertical packaging supports can also be placed through the straps to act as lifting handles. Once in place correctly, remove the nylon handles and set the silver bolts aside for future use. Then secure the grill head to the cabinet using the short black bolts from hardware bag G. Lift the lid of the grill and free the gas supply quick connects from the zip tie. Then locate and free the wire harness behind the control panel. Feed them both into the lower cabinet through the opening at the front right-hand side of the cabinet. Now identify the side burner supply tube leading from the cabinet out the right-hand side of the control panel and the main burner supply tube. It's important to note that the side burner supply tube connects to the rearmost gas pack location, while the main burner connects to the forwardmost gas pack connection. Connect each supply hose to the gas pack by pulling the gas pack portion downward while placing the quick connect end down onto it. When installed correctly, these will click into place. Give these a slight pull in order to ensure they are secure. Locate the wire harness bundle with the red connectors under the front right side of the control panel and free it from the zip ties before feeding it to the rear of the grill on top of the heat shield. Move to the rear of the grill and locate the additional wire harnesses as seen here and free them from the zip ties. Locate the ends of each wire and feed them all through the opening in the back left-hand side of the grill and into the cabinet. If the hood lights are attached to a wire harness, which is bundled up at the back of the grill, take note of the hood light connection locations and disconnect the harness from the hood lights and free it from the zip tie. Next, locate the hood light Molex, which has 2 wires leading from it, and feed it into the lower knockout on the front left side of the grill and towards the back. Once fed to the back, locate the thicker of the 2 wires connected to the Molex and carefully pull it to the back of the grill as well, ensuring the smaller Molex end is visible through the knockout. Once through, reconnect the wire harness to the hood lights and double-check that the opposite end of the harness is still visible out of the knockout. Turn your attention to the gas pack and remove the screw on the bottom of the access panel to begin connecting the wire harnesses. Disconnect the female copper connection from the control board and connect it to the male connector on the copper extension. Locate the female copper extension and connect it to the location where the previous connection on the gas pack was removed. Locate the flame sensor wire with a 2-pin Molex and connect it to the gas pack in the top left corner. Locate the ambient sensor wire with a 3-pin Molex and connect it to the gas pack in the top left corner. Locate the grease fire sensor wire with a black 4-pin inline Molex and connect it to the gas pack in the top right corner. Locate the control panel wire with a 4-pin square Molex and connect it to the gas pack in the bottom left corner. Locate the igniter block and connect the 2 wires with red ends to the right-hand side and the white wire with the black end to the left-hand side. Once connected, place the igniter block in the top right-hand corner of the cabinet using the magnetic back. Locate the additional igniter wire from package M and pass it through the right-hand end of the control panel and into the cabinet. This must then connect to the middle location on the igniter block. At the back of the grill, ensure the hood light wires are located behind the flanges and are out of the way to install the rear access panel. The panel hosts notches where the wire will feed up to the hood lights. Once in place, secure the panel with 4 of the longer black bolts from hardware bag G. Locate the silver bolts from the handles and install them back into the handle openings, ensuring to leave them protruding. Then locate the right side shelf containing the infrared burner and identify the keyholes on the inner edge. Carefully place the keyholes over top of the silver bolts and allow the side shelf to rest in place as the bolts hold it to the grill. Adjust the shelf until the spring pins engage with the control panel. Underneath the side shelf, use a ratchet and extension bit to tighten the silver bolts securing the shelf to the grill on the front and back. At the bottom front underneath the side shelf, install one of the shorter black bolts from hardware bag G, tightening it in place. Repeat this step for the aligned hole at the bottom back as well. Now locate the 8-pin Molex coming from behind the control panel and connect it to the wire harness on the side shelf. Follow the supply tube coming from the back underside of the shelf and use the right side quick connect behind the front of the side shelf to secure it in place. Then locate the other gas supply tube underneath the control panel and attach it to the left side quick connect on the control panel. Give these connections a slight pull to ensure they're secure. Now follow the white igniter wire from under the control panel and connect it to the electrode for the side burner by pushing it over the metal end visible under the side shelf. If not already connected, locate the orifice supply tube and place it into the opening at the end of the side burner. Once in the opening, this is held in place with an orifice retainer clip, which is placed around the end. Move to the left side of the grill and locate the other two handle bolts and install them with a protrusion. Place the left side shelf on the grill and secure it in place using the same steps as the right side. Ensure to install the additional two black bolts at the bottom of the side shelf. Now feed all wire harnesses behind the control panel and under the left side shelf. At this point, there should be 4 wire harnesses located underneath the shelf. Attach each Molex to the back of the display screen, ensuring the locking tabs are engaged correctly. Each plug here is unique and will fit into the corresponding location on the display. Locate the gas pack wire harness from package L and bring it to the front of the grill. Identify the white Molex in the top center of the harness and connect it to the cabinet light underneath the heat shield. Next, identify the end with the large Molex and feed it up the left-hand side of the cabinet and behind the control panel until it reaches underneath the left side shelf. This Molex must be plugged into the back of the display screen in the top left corner. On the opposite end of the wire harness, place the thicker wire into the clips down the right-hand side of the cabinet, then locate the white Molex end and turn your attention to the gas pack. Connect the white Molex to the middle location of the gas pack with the locking clip on the left, then reinstall the cover and secure it in place with the bottom screw. The additional small wire with the black Molex can then be placed into the clips on the rear of the cabinet. Now bundle up the remaining wire in the top right, if not already together, and feed it behind the supply hoses which run to the gas pack. This is for the smoker box accessory and must be placed in the back top right-hand corner of the cabinet until needed. Locate the wire routing channel and place it on the underside of the heat shield at the front of the grill. Ensure to place the cabinet wire into the opening in the middle of the channel to prevent damage. Secure the channel on either side of the grill with the large black bolts from hardware bag G through the holes which align along the bottom. Locate the heat shield brace and install it over the right end of the wire routing channel. Secure it to the right side panel along the top flange using the same hardware as the bottom. Take this time to ensure all of the wires within the cabinet are placed within the respective wire clips. Locate the propane tank scale and snap it into the cabinet with the short wire harness at the back. Now connect the tank scale wire harness to the Molex located at the back of the cabinet. Now install the drip pan above the heat shield. It rests on top of flanges below the grill head and will recess fully into the cabinet. Now place a grease tray liner into the grease tray and place it into its location under the heat shield below the opening. Locate the cabinet doors, hinges, and hinge screws. Place the hinge into the opening in the cabinet door and secure it in place with the hinge screws, tightening them until they are flush. Repeat these steps to install the other 3 hinges on the cabinet doors. Locate all of the components for the left cabinet door and 6 of the silver round head screws, which are used to secure them in place. Install each of these on the back of the left door, then repeat these steps for the right door, using 3 flat head screws to secure the bracket. Locate 4 more hinge screws and identify the 4 rearmost holes on the hinges and the holes on the inside edge of the left side of the cabinet. Secure the door and hinges to the cabinet using a screwdriver and repeat these steps on the right side to install the other door. The left side shelf hosts a location to plug in each of the 3 probes, which can be placed on the mat when being used. When not in use, the probes can be placed in the provided holders, which can be stored inside the cabinet with the magnetic back. Now lift the grill lid and place the sear plates in the grill. The top ones host cutouts, which must be placed towards the front of the grill, while the lower sear plates have an extended lower portion, which must be placed toward the front. Once all the sear plates are installed, install the cooking grids and warming rack. At the back of the grill, use the longer black bolt from hardware bag G to attach the hangers to the back of the access panel. This is where the rotisserie can be placed when not in use. Then place the side burner grease trap into the opening and slide it down and to the right to hold it in place. Locate the rotisserie motor bracket mount and place it into the opening on the top of the left side shelf. Use 2 long silver bolts to secure the bracket in place under the side shelf, much like how the shelves were secured. The grill comes with a windshield for the side burner to help maintain a constant hot flame in all conditions. Remove the laser film before using this accessory with the grill. Now place a propane tank onto the tank scale and attach the regulator to it. With the propane tank connected to the grill, create a 50-50 water dish soap mixture to perform a leak test. Open the propane tank slowly, then apply the water dish soap mixture to the main connection and look for bubbles forming, indicating a leak. If bubbles are noted, tighten the connection as necessary. Repeat this test at the gas pack quick connections and the connections underneath the side shelf to ensure no leaks are detected. Lastly, locate the power cord and plug it into the receptacle on the back of the grill, then into a functioning outlet. To place the grill in smart mode, locate the smart switch on the side of the gas pack and press it in before turning it to the left until it reaches the smart mode icon. The grill is now assembled and ready to cook your next amazing meal. See the links in the description for additional videos on Napoleon's Prestige Pro Gas Grill.